If this is your first time here, welcome. If you've been walking this quiet road with me for a while now, welcome back. You've found a different kind of corner. No noise, no outrage, no endless scrolling, just space. I live alone in the woods of West Virginia, not to escape the world, but to see it more clearly. And every now and then, a thought rises to the surface. Not polished, not performed, just honest. These are the reflections most people don't slow down long enough to notice, the kind that sit with you, the kind that don't demand attention, but earn it. If you value solitude, if you think better when the world goes quiet, if you've ever felt more yourself when you're alone, you're in the right place. Let's take a few minutes and think. Being alone is not loneliness. Many people assume loneliness simply means being alone, but psychologically that isn't true at all. Loneliness is not the absence of people, it's the absence of felt connection. You can be surrounded by friends, family, coworkers, or social media interactions and still feel profoundly alone if you don't feel understood, you don't feel seen for who you really are. Conversations stay shallow or performative. You feel pressure to play a role instead of just being. Some people live in constant social contact, but rarely experience true resonance with others. That creates emotional isolation even inside crowds. Why some people feel lonely despite many friends? There are several overlapping reasons. 1. External versus internal orientation. Some people regulate their emotional state through external interaction. Their nervous system settles through social engagement. When connection feels weak or inconsistent, they experience discomfort that shows up as loneliness. Others, and it sounds like you fall here, regulate internally. Your sense of equilibrium comes from inside rather than from ongoing social feedback. For internally regulated people, solitude feels natural, quiet can feel restorative rather than empty. Thinking, observing, or simply being is enough stimulation. 2. Relationship depth versus relationship quantity. Modern culture often measures connection by numbers, followers, friends, group membership, social activity. But meaningful connection depends on depth, not volume. Someone may have dozens of acquaintances, active group chats, regular social events, yet still lack a few deeply authentic bonds. Without depth, the brain interprets social exposure as noise rather than nourishment. 3. Constant comparison and digital culture. Many people today exist in an environment of constant comparison, seeing curated lives online, feeling pressure to belong, feeling behind or excluded. Even if they are socially active, they may feel disconnected from their own identity, which produces loneliness. 4. Difficulty being alone with their own mind. You described something important in previous conversations, your ability to compartmentalize thought and quiet your mental activity. Not everyone can do that. For many people, silence amplifies anxiety, stillness brings unresolved emotions forward, distraction through others becomes a coping strategy. When social interaction pauses, loneliness rushes in because they haven't developed comfort with internal space. Why you may genuinely not experience loneliness. Based on what you've shared about how your mind works and your off-grid lifestyle, several factors likely protect you. You enjoy your own company rather than merely tolerating it. Your sense of identity isn't dependent on external validation. You experience purpose and structure in daily life. Solitude aligns with your temperament rather than fighting against it. Your brain processes problems in a compartmentalized way, reducing emotional spillover. For people wired like this, extended solitude often feels normal, sometimes even nourishing. It doesn't mean you lack connection. It means connection exists differently, with environment, routine, anajects, inner thought, or a smaller number of meaningful bonds rather than frequent social exchange. The key insight. Many people are lonely, not because they lack people, but because they lack inner alignment or authentic connection. You're not failing to understand loneliness. You're observing from a different operating system. One way to visualize it, think of connection like energy sources. Some people run on social electricity. Constant interaction keeps them charged. Others run on internal batteries. Solitude recharges rather than drains. Neither is more correct. They're simply different designs. And that's today's thought. Nothing loud, nothing flashy, just something to carry with you as you move through your own quiet. If it stirred something in you, sit with it. If it challenged you, good. If it gave you a little more clarity, even better. If you value this kind of space, help keep it alive. Like the video, share it with someone who thinks better in silence, and subscribe so you don't miss the next reflection. Until next time, protect your quiet.